Room 39. Room 39, said to be located in the Workers' Party building in Pyongyang, North Korea, is thought to be one of the world's most secret money operations. According to spy agencies and people who left North Korea, this organization started in the late 1970s and runs many overseas bank accounts, businesses, and trading companies that make money for North Korean leaders. No outsiders can see how Room 39 works, and there is no public information about it. What we know comes mostly from stories told by people who left North Korea and from spy agency reports. The organization is said to use workers in many countries through secret companies. Many countries and world groups have put bans on businesses they think are connected to Room 39. Despite few proven facts, Room 39 is thought to be important for North Korea's money system. Experts think it might make hundreds of millions of dollars each year for North Korean leaders, but no one knows the exact amount. The organization supposedly runs legal businesses like hotels, restaurants, and trading companies, but has also been accused of running illegal activities. This money is thought to help North Korea's top leaders live well and might help pay for government programs, including its weapons, despite world bans. Movile Cave. Movile Cave, located near Mangalia in southeastern Romania, was discovered in 1986 when workers were testing ground for a power plant location. The cave has been cut off from the outside world for about 5.5 million years. Access is extremely limited. Very few people, less than 100, have ever been allowed inside to protect the cave, and because it's dangerous. The air inside has harmful gases and only half as much oxygen as normal air, which makes breathing dangerous. Visitors need special permission from Romania's Cave Research Group and must wear special equipment to avoid contamination of the area. The entrance is a narrow hole that goes down about 65 feet before reaching the cave rooms and small lakes. Despite these restrictions, Movile Cave is a great find for science. It contains a completely unique living system that doesn't need sunlight. Tiny microbes in the cave use chemicals like hydrogen sulfide and methane to make food, and these microbes feed 48 types of animals not found anywhere else on Earth. These include water scorpions, leeches, and specialized insects that have adapted to the cave's conditions. Many are pale, blind, and have extra long antennae or limbs to help them move around. This hidden world helps scientists understand how life can survive in extreme places. Tomb of Qin Shi Huang. The tomb of Qin Shi Huang, located near Xi'an in China's Shanxi province, is one of the world's most forbidden archaeological sites. Even though the famous terracotta army was found in 1974, Chinese authorities have never opened the actual room where China's first emperor is buried, which is just next to the army. They keep it sealed to protect it and to respect Chinese culture. Old Chinese writings talk about rivers of mercury inside the tomb, and modern tests have shown high mercury levels in the soil around the burial place, suggesting these accounts may be accurate. The tomb's entrance remains unknown, though it is under a large man-made hill approximately 250 feet high that no one has dug into. The Terracotta Army remains one of the most visited sites by fans of military history. Mount Yamantau. Mount Yamantau, located in the southern Ural Mountains of Russia, about 930 miles east of Moscow, is one of the world's most mysterious military sites. The Russian government has never fully explained why they built inside the mountain, though building began in the 1980s during the Soviet era and kept going after the Soviet Union ended. The area is off-limits to the public and has security all around it. Satellite pictures show roads, buildings, and other structures around the mountain. When asked about the site, Russian officials have told different stories, saying it might be for mining, food storage, a bunker, or emergency supplies. Despite these restrictions, Mount Yamantau is very interesting to defense experts. With a height of 5,381 feet, it's the highest peak in the southern Urals and offers natural protection from attacks. Western intelligence experts think the facility could work as a command center that would remain operational during conflict. Lake Vostok. Lake Vostok, located deep under the ice in East Antarctica, about 800 miles from the South Pole, is one of the world's hardest-to-reach lakes. The lake sits under more than 2 miles of ice and has been cut off from the outside world for at least 15 million years. Scientists found it using radar in the 1970s, but getting into it without contamination has been very difficult. The Russian Vostok station sits above the lake, where surface temperatures have reached the coldest ever recorded on Earth at minus 128 degrees Fahrenheit. While not legally forbidden, access is highly restricted by scientific protocols designed to avoid contamination. After years of careful drilling, Russians first reached the lake's water in 2012, and only a few samples were collected. Unfortunately, the extreme conditions and months of complete darkness make working at the site very challenging. Scientists think the lake may have unique life forms that evolved in isolation for millions of years, possibly similar to what might exist on Jupiter's moon Europa or Saturn's moon Enceladus. The lake's water might also hold information about Earth's past climate. Russian researchers have reported finding microbes in samples, though there's ongoing debate about whether some findings were contaminated. Snake Island. Snake Island, located about 21 miles off the coast of Sao Paulo, Brazil, is one of the world's most dangerous places. The Brazilian Navy stops anyone from visiting this 110-acre island, and people who try to go there without permission can be heavily punished. This ban exists because the island has a lot of golden lancehead vipers, which are very poisonous snakes. Scientists estimate there are between 1 and 5 snakes per square meter. These snakes don't live anywhere else in the world, and their bite can cause tissue death, internal bleeding, and death if they are not treated quickly. The scientific expeditions allowed to visit need special permission and must include medical professionals equipped with antidotes. Despite these dangers, Snake Island is important to science. The golden lancehead snakes have been living alone on this island for about 11,000 years, since water levels rose and cut off the island from the mainland. The snakes had to change how they hunt and make stronger poison to catch birds. Researchers study these snakes for potential medical applications, as their poison might help make medicines for heart and blood problems. Svalbard Global Seed Vault. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault, also called the Doomsday Vault, is located on the Norwegian island of Spitsbergen, about 810 miles from the North Pole, is one of the world's most important but restricted seed storage places. Built into the side of a mountain, the vault goes about 430 feet into the permanently frozen ground, keeping seeds naturally cold even if power fails. While not entirely off-limits, the public cannot visit. The Norwegian government owns the facility, but it's funded internationally. Only authorized personnel can enter beyond the entrance portal. Countries and groups that store seeds there still own them and can take them back if needed, though this rarely happens. The first time was in 2015 when seeds were taken to replace those from war-torn Syria, then returned in 2017 when new storage was built. As of now, the seeds include old varieties farmers don't grow anymore and wild plants related to crops that might have natural features helpful for dealing with changing weather. We could say that the vault is humanity's backup plan for food security, as it's built on high ground to stay safe from rising seas and made to survive earthquakes. Climate change has already tested it, though. In 2017, unexpected melting caused water to enter the entrance tunnel, even though no seeds were harmed, leading to a $20 million upgrade to protect against future problems. Lascaux Caves. The Lascaux Caves, also called the Sistine Chapel of Prehistory, are located near the village of Montignac in southwestern France, and they are one of the world's most protected ancient art sites. Found in 1940 by 4 teenagers, the caves contain about 1,500 carvings and 600 paintings made by early humans about 15,000 to 20,000 years ago. At first, people could visit starting in 1948, but officials completely closed the original caves in 1963, after finding that carbon dioxide, heat, and moisture from visitors' breath had caused harmful fungus and crystals to grow on the paintings. Today, the original caves are strictly off-limits to all but a few scientists and protection experts who can only enter rarely and under strict rules. Visitors instead see exact copies which carefully copy the paintings and cave shapes using the same materials and methods as the originals. Heard Island. Heard Island is in the southern Indian Ocean, about 2,500 miles southwest of Australia. It's one of the world's hardest places to get to. The island is between Madagascar and Antarctica, very far from any continent. Getting there is difficult because of bad weather, strong storms, powerful winds, and cold temperatures year-round. To visit, you'd need special permits from the Australian Antarctic Division, which strictly limits visits to keep the pristine environment. There are no safe places for boats to dock, and the ocean around it is often rough and dangerous. Very few trips make it to the island, and those that do need careful planning and special boats. Vatican Apostolic Archive. The Vatican Apostolic Archive, located within Vatican City in Rome, Italy, is one of the world's most restricted historical collections. While some scholars have had limited access since 1881, the public cannot visit. Researchers need special permission from universities, must ask for specific papers, and can see materials up to 1958 after Pope Francis's 2020 decision to open Pope Pius XIII's records. The archives have around 53 miles of shelving, with documents from over 12 centuries. Security is very tight, with researchers monitored in reading rooms and prohibited from entering the actual storage areas where the most sensitive documents are kept. Even approved scholars face strict limitations. They cannot browse freely. Despite these limits, the Vatican Apostolic Archive is very important to history. The collection has letters with world leaders, records of papal conclaves, historical treaties, and countless documents that shaped the world. Important documents include the 1521 official letter banning Martin Luther, Michelangelo's letters, papers about Galileo Galilei's trial, and much more. North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island, located in the Bay of Bengal approximately 22 miles west of South Andaman Island, is one of the world's most forbidden places. The Indian government has made it illegal to visit or approach the island. This ban exists to protect the Sentinelese from outside diseases they have no immunity to and to respect their clear wish to remain isolated. The Sentinelese tribe are likely between 50 and 150 people, and they have consistently rejected outside contact. In 2018, for example, they killed American missionary John Allen Chow when he tried to reach them 3 times. More recently, in March 2025, an American YouTuber illegally landed on the island, filmed himself leaving a Diet Coke and coconut as gifts, and posted the footage online before Indian authorities arrested him. Indigenous rights organizations condemned this action as deeply disturbing due to the risk of introducing diseases. Anthropologist T.N. Pandit led several contact attempts between the 1960s and 1990s, but even his approaches were met with hostility. Despite these restrictions, North Sentinel Island is really important. The Sentinelese are one of the last completely isolated tribes on Earth, maintaining a hunter-gatherer lifestyle with minimal outside influence. Unfortunately, a tsunami hit them in 2004, but luckily, they managed to survive. Chernobyl Reactor 4. Chernobyl Reactor 4, located in northern Ukraine approximately 65 miles north of Kyiv, is one of the world's most dangerous forbidden zones. After the nuclear disaster on April 26, 1986, the Soviet authorities established a 19-mile safety zone around the plant that remains controlled today. While tourists can visit some parts of this safety zone with official guides, Reactor 4 itself remains off-limits to the public. The building still contains highly radioactive material that can kill someone within hours. In 2016, workers built a huge steel covering called the New Safe Confinement over the reactor. This $1.7 billion structure made the area safer for workers, but not safe enough for visitors. Despite these dangers, Chernobyl Reactor 4 is very important. The accident changed how countries around the world think about nuclear power and helped to change public perception of the Soviet Union. Scientists study how radiation affects plants and animals in the area, which have grown in numbers since people left. The steel covering is the biggest movable structure ever built on land, and it should keep radiation contained for at least 100 years, while the dangerous materials inside slowly become less radioactive.
If you liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more stories like this. And if you're not done yet, check out these 2 videos next.